Welcome back to another video, Rams Nation. Like I said last video, sorry about this little thing down here, but today I'm bringing to you the preview of the 4-2 Rams, who are coming off of a 27-17 win over the Jaguars, and the Cardinals, who are 3-3, and they're coming off of a 38-33 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this game is in London. It's a divisional game. It's a home game for the Rams. Let's get into it. Like every preview, I'm going to talk about team stats first. And to start off, points per game, the Rams have 29.8, and that is leading the NFL in scoring again after last week. And then the Cardinals average 19.8. The Rams allow 23 points per game, and the Cardinals allow 26.3 points per game. And then the Rams have 243.8 pass yards per game compared to the Cardinals' 286.2 pass yards per game. They have, like Larry Fitzgerald's having a career year, or he's having one of the best years of his career. Carson Palmer, he's throwing the ball a lot because that injury to David Johnson early in the season really hurt their run game, but they did trade for Adrian Peterson, and that will help them. So the rush yards per game, the Rams have 116, and the Cardinals, this number is going to be off. It's 69.8, which is worse in the league, but now they have Adrian Peterson, and he had over 130 rush yards last week, I'm pretty sure, and 2 touchdowns. So that number is off. It's a new team now, a new rush offense now. And then the Rams have 359.8 total yards per game, and the Cardinals have 356 yards per game. Now for the injury report, the official injury report isn't out yet because I'm kind of early on this, but I'm going to go off of last week a little bit. The Rams were relatively healthy. Tremaine Johnson had a little nick in the game, and he came back in, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay. Mark Barron did have a knee injury, but he did play in the last game. And LaMarcus Joyner, who was a game-time decision with his hamstring injury last week, he was a game-time decision, and he didn't play, so I expect him to play this week. And for the Cardinals, defensive tackle Olsen Pierre was out last game with an ankle injury. I'm not sure the severity of that. And then Carlos Dansby, Robert Nikomdici, Corey Peters, Patrick Peterson, and Jared Veld here all had minor injuries, and they should play. Those are some big names for the Cardinals. They all should play. They're just nicks. I'm pretty sure they all played last week. So what are the Rams going to have to do to win? Well, here are the keys for the Rams to win. The main thing that they have to do on defense is gap pressure. So what that means is they're going to have to pressure up the middle. They're going to have to force Adrian Peterson to run laterally, have him hit the edge. He's kind of old, so they can't have him beat him up through the middle. And they're also going to have to get Carson Palmer up through the interior, show some pressure in his face, let him know you're coming. So I expect Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers to have a big game. Now on offense, Jared Goff can't really make any mistakes. He can't throw an interception to Patrick Peterson or Tyrann Mathieu because they will take it to the house. They'll do something. They'll get a big chunk of yards off of an interception. They are very opportunistic. Other than that, their defensive line isn't as good with Calais Campbell. You saw him on the Jaguars last week. He played lights out. I think he had 2 sacks, but they don't have him anymore. Their rush defense is averaging they're allowing 90 yards per game, which is better than most teams, but I expect Todd Gurley to have a big game, and that's what the Rams are going to have to do. Now for my predictions in this game, I'm going to go off of what I just said kind of. I think Aaron Donald and Michael Brockers are going to have a big game. I think they're going to combine for 3 sacks. The Rams are going to have to get that pressure up the middle, and that's what they're going to have to do to win, like I said. And then Cooper Kupp, I think he'll lead the Rams in receiving yards. You have Sammy Watkins, who will be guarded by Patrick Peterson for most of the game, and I don't think he'll have a big game this game, but I think he will rise to the occasion after the bye week. I think after he gets everything settled, I think after the bye week against the Giants, he'll have a big game. And for my bold prediction, I think Todd Gurley will bust a run of over 50-plus yards and score on that run, in addition to have 2 total touchdowns on the day. So if you're a fantasy owner and you find me as a trustworthy source, start Todd Gurley, but if he doesn't do that, it's not my fault. And let me add in, if you're not starting Todd Gurley, you have problems because he's like the #1 running back in fantasy this year. So I don't know why I really said start him, because you're probably already going to start him no matter what. Now for the last meeting, well, this isn't the first time that the Rams have played the Cardinals in 2017. Wait, what? They haven't played them this year. Yes, they have. Last season on January 1st of 2017, the Rams played the Cardinals, and it was one to forget for the Rams. The Cardinals won 44-6. It was a very ugly game. Jared Goff only threw for 120 yards. Todd Gurley only had 40 yards. And then 4 different Rams did throw a pass, though. That was Jared Goff, Sean Mannion, Johnny Hecker, and wide receiver Farrell Cooper. And Tavon Austin had 2 fumbles. What's new? And Mo Alexander and TJ McDonald both had interceptions. Neither safety is on the team anymore. And the Seahawks are looking to signing Mo Alexander, by the way. He is supposed to work out for them, I think. And then David Johnson also got hurt in this game. So for my prediction in this game, I think the Rams are going to win 30-20. I think they're going to eclipse that 30-point mark again. I think the Rams will get their first win in their 3rd try in London. So everyone, grab a basket of fish and chips and enjoy this one. It's at a regular start time of 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's not like a 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time start time, and it's not going to be at 6:30 in the morning for you West Coast fans. So don't worry, it's at a normal time for you guys. So with that being said, Rams Nation, that is it for my preview of this game in London. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment. Let me see your score predictions in the comments. Just share with your friends. I enjoy the support. I appreciate the support. The channel is growing every single day, so thank you very much. Peace out. Go Rams.